Less predatory monetization, because then you can buy those kits for much less money. It's much less investment, but there's a lot of people out there, they're going to buy a lot more kits than they would ships. So I think CIG would still make more money, personally. Excuse says, I think it's time to explore some actual gameplay. Yeah, I haven't jumped. Are you talking about 4.2? I haven't jumped in yet. I did play it on the PTU, if that's what you're talking about, and it was awesome. I love the ASD facilities. Um, Sandgroper says, question, are kits the new modularity 2.0? I think that remains to be seen. I think, on so far, I guess we're only so far seeing them really for the capital ships, right? We've got the Idris kits. We know there's the privateer kit. Yeah, the Kraken privateer is a kit. No, well, I wouldn't even say it's a kit. It's not a kit. The Kraken privateer is a full hull conversion. A full hull conversion. So I think it's labeled. I forget what it's called in the store. Maybe they call it a kit. I don't know, but I don't look at it like a kit. A kit is yeah, Hendel says it right there. The privateer behaves like a CCU. It's like a new ship. It's like a new ship. And once you apply it, I don't think you can unapply it. It's now a privateer. They just gave you an easier way to get to the privateer without buying an entirely new hull if you already own the Kraken. Excuse says, you mean G2A sponsorship? Yeah. Yeah, I know. I remember you saying that, XQ. It's so funny. They did that. Yeah, it's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah. Oh, CIG. Yeah, I just checked it. I just checked it. XQ. That's funny. That is funny. Um, Bingo says if the DUR is $25 more than the base freelancer and CIG charged $30 for the kit, people would actually pay more. Yeah, I still think, yeah. Well, but here's the thing: they would sell a lot more of them. That's the thing. They would sell a lot more of them because there's a lot of people out there that don't go that go. Well, I'm not buying the freelancer and the freelancer DUR, which would be a total of whatever the total price is of both of those ships. But there's a hell of a lot of people out there that would say, I'm going to buy the freelancer and then I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to pick up the DUR kit and maybe the Miss kit. You know what I mean? I don't know. Chat, do you all think that feels predatory? Do you think that feels like over monetization? Or do you feel like that's actually better bang for your buck? Here's the thing. I already can tell you that there's content creators out there that would make crazy thumbnails saying the game is dead, they've crossed a red line if CIG did that. But ultimately, I think it would be better for the consumer. Excuse says, Surgigram, you do need to look at gameplay concerns too. Yeah, sure. There's gameplay concerns. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I'm more looking at this though from, and I'm not too concerned about the really expensive variants like the Starland or sorry the Starfarer, although I think it's a ridiculous variant and it shouldn't exist. I think the ships I'm more concerned about are the starter ships or the starter plus ships. And the reason I'm more concerned about them again is not from even a gameplay standpoint, but it's more of a new player confusion standpoint. And it's hard to look at the gameplay concerns to some degree because I don't feel like we have a game yet. Like you can kind of get an idea of how the gameplay is hopefully going to work and how that will affect certain ships, but I still feel like I'm speculating on that to some degree. Um, You may as well. Not to say that you can't make some educated guesses for sure. I mean, my fleet is based off my current fleet is based off educated guesses about future gameplay for sure. So you can definitely look at gameplay. But I'm just saying that like even some of that is pretty speculative, which is a little scary. Ender fan says Wastelanders SC says better bang. I agree. Ender fan says I feel like it devalues making a choice. That's a valid concern. Your lordship says wonder what other kits the Idris could get. Ballistic, laser, torps. Is there anything else? I could see the Idris getting just a big giant E-War package. Maybe there's some sort of chin mount that has a really big sort of radar scanning apparatus that is able to do capital sized, you know, electronic warfare. I mean, who knows? They could really go anywhere with it, but there's tons of possibilities. I would maybe say a mine lane variant. The only thing is, I think it's a little dangerous to put mines out the front of your ship and make sure they don't hit you. So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, by the way, everybody on this, I'm not saying I've figured it out. I definitely haven't. It's just something I do think a lot about lately. I had someone, it's funny we're talking about the cutters. I had someone coming into the game recently and they were asking me for starter ships, you know, and I gave them the usual spiel, you know. I said, "Oh, well, the Avenger's a decent starter ship, but it's kind of old. The Cutters are really great. The CAR is a great starter ship, to be quite honest with you, just because of its current function." And I was kind of going down them, you know. I was like, "Oh, if you spend a little bit more money, the Cutlass Black is great. Blah 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 blah." And as I was talking to this person, just sticking with the starter and starter plus ships, I realized how far of a rabbit hole we were going down. And that particular person was like, "Oh wow, there's a lot to this." And I started thinking, I was like, "Oh yeah, there is. There's a lot to this." Um, that again, it goes back to my earlier statement, which is I think those starter packages, the ones that come with the game package, those are the really important ones. And I think with CIG, what they do on those is they do narrow down the variant. So, for example, the Cutter starter pack you don't get a choice. The Cutter starter pack focuses on the base Cutter, which I think is good. I do think that is good. I think CIG made the right decision there because if there had been starter packages where you could choose the variant, it just would get more and more confusing, right? VG says, question, would Idris E-War be more a series of high-res sensor blisters around the ship? Am I reading you right, VG? I don't know what it would look like, to be quite honest with you. I don't really know what E-War is going to look like. I mean, it was a couple years ago that we saw not only scanning, like advanced scanning, but we saw things like signature masking and other things like that. And we haven't seen that in game yet. So I don't know. I feel like CIG's rethinking it. So we'll have to see where that ends up. Max Skinny says, Sergeant Graham, have spoken on the RSI Meteor yet? Yeah, we talked a little bit about it. RSI Meteor definitely is a variant of the Mantis. Here is the Mantis interior. Or sorry, no, this is the Mantis interior. And then this is the interior to the Meteor. Has all the same attributes to it. Component bay down here. It has the elevator here, the entry elevator. Components on the left side. Bed over here. Restroom most likely back here. Some sort of something back here. Looking at the layout, remember this is just the canopy, and this is essentially the Mantis canopy. But it has currently in the game files is just this, and then this interior hull section here. We don't know what the exterior is yet. We may be able to look around the mesh sometime soon, But up in this front area here, I'm assuming we're going to have the usual stuff, kitchen, stuff like that. So we don't know what it looks like yet, but we are pretty certain that it is a Mantis variant based off this interior image here. This is interior geometry of the Meteor. So Mantis variant. I read somewhere that it's going to be like a 3-person ship. I don't put much stock into that. It seems like a 1-person ship to me. It seems like a starter plus. I think the Meteor is going to sit in between the Aurora and the Zeus. It's going to sit in between those two ships. Think of it like a starter plus for RSI. Yeah. Let's see here. Max Skinny says, Sergeant Graham, even with the variant, will players really fly it? You mean will it be flight ready? It's supposed to be flight ready in 4.2.1, if that's what you're asking. Sorry. I don't think this is big, by the way. I look at this as being pretty small. I think it's going to be exactly Mantis size, maybe give or take a meter or two. Give or take a meter or two. It's going to be about Mantis size. So if I go, let's go back here. It's going to be in that, probably going to be in that 30 meter range. So around here. Again, I've never really loved the Mantis. The Mantis is a ship we need to redo for Fleet Viewer, by the way, at some point. Maybe when we do the Meteor for Fleet Viewer, we can do the Mantis as well. But or did we do the Mantis? I thought we redid the Mantis. Or is this the redone one? Maybe this is the redone one. I can't remember. Either way, it's just a ship that, I don't know. There's something about the Mantis that I don't love. It'll be interesting to see what CIG does with the interior, though. I just don't know what role it's playing. To me, it's funny because, again, the Mantis sort of represents a little bit of an older RSI style to me, and I thought they were pushing further ahead with more the Zeus style. So whatever the Meteor is, probably is not going to appeal much to me, to be totally honest with you. So yeah, real quick here. So everyone, do not forget, let me post this again here. Do not forget, we have our RSI Perseus giveaway that is going on right now. You can go to this link, register with your email, and then you can enter to win. There's several different ways to enter to win. Some of those are like follow me on Twitter, follow me on YouTube, stuff like that. If you already have, all you need to do is click on the link for those. You don't have to unfollow me and follow me and all that. Just click on the link. It'll verify you're already a follower and it will register for you. Okay. So make sure you get in on that. It's going to be cool to give this ship away. The giveaway ends on the 29th of July. So you got some time for this one. It's going to be really great, though, to give away another big ship. It's been a while. That being said, it's been fun talking about variants here. We may get a more intact model of the Meteor tomorrow. Don't know. Some of the smarter people are digging around for that stuff. So if we do, we'll definitely talk more about it this weekend. Hopefully everyone had a good time talking about it tonight, though. I had a lot of fun. Let's see here. We need to raid somebody. I think I have a good idea of who we're going to raid. I'm going to send you over to... we're going to send you over to someone that is going to be with me at Quantum Vegas 2955. Don't forget to go to Quantum Vegas's website. Buy your tickets to go if you can. I'm going to be there. CIG people are going to be there. Sandy Roberts is going to be there. Sean Tracy. It's going to be really, really cool. So, one second. I apparently can't find this. Oh, I put it in wrong. Okay, that's good. So we are going to raid the Astro Pub tonight. I can send you over to Paul Shelley. Looks like he's doing a roadmap update breakdown. Going to send you over his way. Make sure you give him some Star Jump love and all that good stuff. Everyone, it's been a lot of fun chatting tonight. I'm going to get some sleep, You all have a great weekend. You'll probably see me this weekend talking more about the RSI Meteor. Still a lot to talk about on that ship. Everyone, have a great, wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out with me. Do a kind thing for a stranger, by the way. Don't forget that. Get in on that Perseus giveaway, all that good stuff. All right, I'm just readying the raid. Everyone, hang on. Give Paul a little bit of that love. I get to meet Paul in person, by the way. I'm pretty excited to do that. Meet him at Quantum. So, all right, say hi to him for me. Good night, everyone. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit, talking variants. Have
Next stop, Tisa Spaceport. Now arriving, Tisa Spaceport. Please watch your step when disembarking the train.
Feels like empty. So how you been? You good?
Required to comply with all commands.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been... Please visit...
Snubbing CIG, and to have the difference between what CIG thinks is the best in show and what the community actually thinks is best in show. Think of it as the Drake con to the Drake Defense Con to the Invictus. Not necessarily without meme ships, but done correctly. So I will pitch you all this idea, and then I will do one more thing, and then we'll go. Because I actually have another thing that I remember that somebody asked me to do that I want to kind of show off a little bit. There's another content creator, an old friend of mine, Jawa, was working with Fist25 of the New Soul, who does the audio work for my No. I said to the wrong person, didn't I? Fuck. Fist 25 is a different person than Fist. Fist, there's two Fists. That's why I got confused. The Return of Fisting Jawa, yeah. So, but let me pitch this idea for you. So, Ship Showdown. The first thing you do is you split the categories into individual categories. Starter ships, small ships, medium ships, large ships, and capital ships. Okay? Same rules as CIG. It has to be in-game. Once you get the top 5 or 6, let's just say, of each category, you have them go head-to-head in those categories. Once starter ships, the starter ship lineup is the 100i, the 100 series, the Mustang series, the Aurora series, the Cutter series, the Intrepid series, and the Avenger Titan, and then the Golem would be the 7 that'd be eligible. Like starter ships, yes. And then maybe even like the 300 and the Reliant and the like the Arrow, that kind of stuff. Oh, and the Nomad, yeah. Those sorts of ones. And then you have like the Gladius, this fighter series, which is the small ships. But that also includes ships like the I don't think of small ships. Oh, I also forgot the for the starter ships would be the Pisces. Yeah. And then the Terrapin. That's a good example. Which is not a fighter, but it's a small ship. And then you have the medium ships, which is like, the Freelancer, the Cutlass, the Prospector, the Vanguard, that sort of thing. And then you have the large ships, which would include things like the 600i, but also like the Connie and the Corsair and the Star Lancers and the MSR, those sorts of things. And then you'd have the large the capital ships, which is anything that's a capital class. What about ender ships that bookend the rest of the starter ships? You just do the advanced starter ships, and you can easily.
Break free with the new Opera GX, the browser that puts you in control with a brand new design that frees up even more pixels for personalization and an inventory of features to up your game at every level. Like GX Control to help rein in your resources with integrated limiters for RAM, CPU, and network. A sidebar for direct access to your favorite side quests.
Whoever wins that first round goes to the next round. And whoever loses those rounds then goes head-to-head with each other. So that way, the final 2 ships are going to be the winner of the loser's bracket and the winner of the winner's bracket. You'll still have the same problem that CIG has, where, like, the fucking Idris will win. I don't doubt that the Idris will win. But the second place winner could be the, Golem. The Golem would never win in any bracket for CIG because they would never let it win. Because they're not interested in what's the most popular ship. They're interested in selling fucking ships. That's the whole point of Ship Showdown, is it's an advertising campaign to sell ships. What about ender ships bookended the rest of Star Trek? Yeah, I just said that. So yeah. They should have a category for the most needed rework ship, the community votes. And you could do stuff like that too. Like little fun side ones like most needed rework and that kind of stuff. Most beloved like ground vehicle, All right. So, Piston Jawa. Here we go. Created this really cool thing. It's on their website. It's their website is fistandjawa.org. It is a map of the Idris, and you can go to the bridge, where it shows you where the fuses are. It'll tell you what each of the seats are, the guns and where they are, and you can even show a pop-up marker on. So you can like shows you that. You can go to the main deck, as I saw before, aft cargo bay, the different lifts, the engine room, the briefing room, lift room, shooting range, brig, med bay, cargo bay, escape pods, and if you go again, boom, boom. Then it has the upper hangar, which is just sort of the different rooms you can go to, the gym, the pilot ready room, and the air for traffic control. Then the main hangar, the Argo hangar down below, up here, and the main hangar with the cargo lifts. And then, of course, the Argo hangar, which has the Argo hangar, the gravity room, and the 2 turrets. This is fistandjawa.org. Let me So what you do is you go to their main website. You go to ships over here. You go to Aegis, Idris P. And then here you see the Idris P map. You click that and that'll bring up this interactive map. I will do for you right here. They put a lot of work into this, so take a look at it. I think they also did it for the Polaris. Same sort of interactive control. You can see. So it's fist and Jawa, not fisting Jawa. Yeah, it's pretty cool. They messaged me on Discord, and so I put that up there. I was a little confused as to why Fist was working with Jawa. I was like, why is Fist from New Soul working with Jawa? And then I just now realized I sent the wrong files to the wrong people. I was like, fuck. You gotta change it from HTTPS to HTTP to make it work. Okay. I mean, it's just fistandjawa.org. Who's this Jawa fella and how did he get it so loose? The real question is, when do we get to see the Idris yacht? Oh, right. There's the conversion one that guy did, who turned it into his own, like, personal, like, the Mr. House character of Star Citizen. Not just a paranoid trillionaire arms dealer built one. He built a massive arms empire, sold it all, bought an Idris P, and turned the Idris P into a floating mansion, and then just fucked off. That's Kastak written all over it. No, it wasn't Kastak. Surprisingly enough. Want to open a hot dog stand in the back of one of my ships? The Cutter taco truck. When CIG? The Cutter taco variant. The Cutter roach coach Castack Arms mentioned. Boo Drake. Listen, Nolan. Wait until you hear about my idea for the Cutlass Purple. It doesn't have a disco ball, but the Cutlass Purple should be the entrepreneurship, where you can turn the back of your Cutlass into a storefront. YouTube said Boo Drake patch. All right, out. It's getting late. Yeah, no, I mean, I literally have this within arm's reach for a reason. And it matches my color scheme, kind of, so. When will I see my Banu Merchantman? What gameplay mechanics do we need for it? The ability for you to buy and sell stuff. But also, you need to have kits. So, I'm going to explain this and then call it a night. For those of you who don't know how CIG makes ships, they build a ship out of parts. And that sounds weird, but they can't just make a ship from whole cloth, because if they make a ship from whole cloth, it might look completely different from other ships made by the same manufacturer. So a ship like the Polaris is built using multiple different smaller and in some cases larger ships, not with the Polaris, but like multiple different smaller ships like Connie, like the Zeus, like the Aurora, like the Mantis, like the Scorpius. All of them, they take those kits and then they use pieces from those kits to build out the Polaris. And the things that are unique to the Polaris, they'll make themselves as well. And the Polaris itself then has kits of its assets of what it's used for. Basically, they may take the hallway from a Connie and they'll stretch it out and they'll change assets here and there. And if that doesn't work, they'll build the hallway themselves from scratch, and then that becomes a kit that they'll use for future big RSI ships. So the reason why the Perseus is being worked on is because they built the Polaris. The Polaris is the key to the Perseus, and the Polaris and the Perseus are the key to the Galaxy, which is the key to the Eurastra, which is the key to the Orion. The reason why the Star Lancers were being built is because they're building kits for the Odyssey. The reason why the Ironclad is being built is because they're building kits for the Kraken. So the problem with the Banu Merchantman is that there is only one other ship in the Banu style. And it's the Defender. It's a tiny fucking ship. So what they were doing when they were building the Banu Merchantman was they were basically building it from scratch, whole cloth. Thus, the design was changed a little bit, but the idea was to build it so that they could build kits and then build other Banu ships. That team that was building it is gone. They don't work at CIG anymore. So there's really no institutional knowledge on how that was built. So they're going to have to start over from scratch to make the Banu Merchant. So it's more than likely what we're going to see is another Banu ship before we see the Banu Merchant. Some medium or large ship, like a Star Lancer or a Perseus or a Ironclad, so that they can then use those kits that they build for that for the Merchant. Yeah, the Trip Taker is what people have been mentioned that it does exist in sort of lore, or it mentions in terms of CIG's mentioned it before. It probably, I don't think it'll be the Trip Taker, but that's sort of the stand-in for whatever they'll actually make. That's why the corridor from the Herc is on both the MSR and the Spirit. Yeah. It's also on the Intrepid. And it's why the Intrepid and the Ares and the Spirit all have the same cockpit. In fact, it's why the MSR, the Hercules, the Intrepid, the Ares, and the Spirit all have the same cockpits. They have the same seats. Even like kind of the raising and lowering of that shit. And the Crusader series is a great example of that process in built in. In that case, where's your E1? E1's waiting for transport. It's waiting for luxury transport to be to Mattering. Because they don't want to build the E1 now, because its really only purpose would be to just be in gameplay, to be in game, just to play around with, and then come up with how luxury transport is supposed to work, how people moving is supposed to work, and then figure out, oh fuck, we need to make the whole corridor bigger. We need to reduce the number of people who can be on this thing or whatever. Like, they don't want to build it out and then have to completely rebuild it once they actually have the gameplay for it. It's the reason why likely we haven't seen the 600i rework or the 890 jump rework, because they're waiting for that gameplay to be. Yep, step by step. It also allows them to build those kits out in shorter forms, in smaller chunks, that they can then use to build other ships and build the bigger ships. So that if there is a situation where the brand new merchantman team gets fucking yeeted out from the company in a day, they still have all these kits and assets that it would take them less time to rebuild that team, or to rebuild that ship, than it would right now.
Hey, a tip!
Cano, super chatted $2. G12 hashtag when?
I don't know. That's the one thing that I always don't know why, but the likelihood is that they're not building the G12 because it was built by somebody else. It's somebody else's baby. And they don't want to give somebody else's baby, especially something as insignificant as a ground vehicle, until they have time for it. It's the same reason why we don't see the whole B, the whole D, or the whole E in game yet, because there's somebody else's baby. It's baby. Likely the people who came up with the whole series don't work for CIG anymore. The person who came up with the concept for the G12 probably doesn't work for CIG anymore. And if they do, they're busy working on something else. Yes, the Starfarer rework is post Squadron 42 release. Yeah, and the Star Lancer will probably be the kit that they use to build out the Starfarer. But it's probably going to be a combination of the Star Lancer and the Arastra and the Galaxy and that's MISC is different. The Odyssey, the Star Lancer, and likely whatever rework they do for the Freelancer. We'll have the Freelancer rework before we get the Star Lancer or Starfarer. Yeah, and same with the Connie. The Connie is going to get reworked with the Zeus. The Zeus and the Perseus. And the Arastra. Yeah, the Starliner and the E1 will probably come out at the same time. Iron Chad's coming out this year. I think we'll get the expansion for the Iraq. No. Yeah, we might. I don't know. No, not Zeus rework. The Zeus Mark II, the Zeus, its kit will be used for the Connie.
With Google Workspace, Drive lets you easily search your files, making videos, PDFs, and over 100 other file types accessible from wherever you are. That's secure storage made easy with Google Workspace.
Get ready because these deals are insane.
These new limited Grand Cherokees for only $42,999.
Keep on trucking in this new 2500 Cummins 4x4 for $59,999.
Or this off-road ready Warlock 1500 4x4 with up to $12,000 off.
No games or crazy tactics and the lowest rates we've seen in years.
Transparent pricing, no hassle, and the best deals for you.
Come see us at 1109 North Broadway in Ada or visit us online at hilltopcdjr.com.
Hey, easy there, chat. You're all beautiful, okay? I love all of you equally. All right. So hopefully that explains a little bit of why CIG is doing all of these little ships suddenly. It's twofold. One, they want to make kits. Two, if John Smith is hired to work on the ship team for CIG, John Smith needs things to work on. And John Smith isn't going to be set immediately to go work on the G12 because you don't know if John Smith even likes working here or not. So John Smith is going to work on something and get their understanding of how the systems work. And once they have to understand the systems work, they're going to be put on stuff that they want to do. And every so often, if they're here for a couple of years, they'll move on to fixing some of the problems of the older ships and then moving their on foot that way. All right, y'all, I'm going to call it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this, hit that follow button. I've just breached 1,900 follows. I'm at 1,902 follows. So we're almost there with 20K, baby. And then I will be back tomorrow, a little earlier than normal, which is like 6 p.m. Eastern, for Pub and Plays, where me and the Loken will play. The Loken Plays will do something, either Dune or Helldivers, probably. Saturday, Captain's Table, talking about Regen and Death of Spaceman. Sunday, we're just going to be drinking heavily and doing Stormbreaker. So we're just going to be boozing and cruising. And then on Monday, I've got my, I'm going to be doing a Zero to Hero, though I might change that to be a Astro Historian stream. So that way I can keep that going as well. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. And like I say every time, see you someday.
Objective captured.
Get your asses downstairs to the hazmat room right now.
So much better. Thank you. Thank you.
That's a demerit if you're not here in the next 30 seconds.
Listen here, maggots.
Look how quick everybody started moving.
Oh, everybody's frozen.
Tick,
now. Oh, there we
tock,
go.
tick, tock.
Desync. Big
It is.
There's a lot
It purges radiation, so if you're not in a rad suit, you might want to get away out of the room with the egg.
All right,
It doesn't give radiation until it opens.
let's do it.
Oh, I'm not in the right room. I don't think. I don't know where I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm
they're gonna
get
come through
married.
both doors. See where you are over there.
Down below the whole big blue blob.
This time I'm not going to run to it and die. All the people outside the window, you're going to have AI swarming you in a second. So just watch your, corners and angles. Don't just look at the window.
Credentials inserted.
Thanks.
Here we go.
You ready?
This is crazy.
Do it.
I mean, this is just beautiful. Look at how many people we have here in such a detailed environment working towards defeating the beautiful, beautiful Apex Valakar. It is about to be going down. Round 2. You did, CJ. I appreciate it. Truly awesome. Always good to see you.
About like 2 minutes, you're gonna hit it. Continue.
You guys quiet, I'll heal.
I'd like to see somebody try and get me here.
A grenade. One grenade would ruin your day. Two would be just disastrous.
You guys have spawn here. Everybody's
Oh man, they sent some like radiated dogs. Look at that. They're like, send dogs! Oop. Grenade. Gonna make you blush, CJ.
I totally blasted that guy in the back. I'm so sorry, dude.
Yeah, I realized that.
If you're in front, squat. Don't forget that.
You guys look like you're having a good time up there.
Zombie rules? Lower, blah blah blah, lower.
really trust those grenades. It's decent for grenades.
Holy crap, how many did you bring? Just a few. There's like 5 of us, really. The Even Legion represents today, and getting the Valakar twice now. Take a look at the Discord. There's actually a lot more earlier. We had about 70. Now we're down to a good amount.
Razor behind you.
Hey, Sandy, how you doing?
Mr. Old Man, don't stand up.
It is very fun. Appreciate you being here.
The door closed on me and ate me. So.
Fetch me their souls.
I think we have more Legion members than people spawning.
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot less spawning than last time.
Way less than last time.
What's the progress bar?
Poor spawn.
95. 97.
They were coming at us.
Like 89. Ooh, he's ready.
Oh, spawned on night.
Alright, we do.
Had to make sure to get that, screenshot. Guy holding the egg. A little bit of a blur. Let's go. All right. Time to kick the crap out of a worm.
Upstairs, go, go, go.
No. Go to storage.
Never mind, go to storage, go to storage. Listen to me. Scramble! Alright, be careful running near the guy with the egg, alright? Just walk on him.
Okay, can't aim in third person. Ah! Ow! God, this gun. Make sure, yeah, watch your fire on those miniguns, please. Egg is in. Alright, this time I'm not going to run and charge it. Here we go.
Oh man, you're in the way.
I know. Hold on.
Wix. One platform, any website. Unlimited creation. Describe your needs and goals, and AI will transform your tailored brief into a unique website that's ready to perform in minutes. Customize it. Shape your visitor's experience down to the finest detail. Monitor, measure, and manage all your website's activity from one place. Personalized, customized, Wix.
Well, I don't have a gun that's going to work in this fight, so I'm good. Oh. I guess that works. Ah! Oh, there's a lot of wormies. Oh, that's an adult. Look at all this firepower going down on it. All these people shooting. Good job.
I'm gonna take out the teeth.
Well done. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Voodster, how you doing? Or Knight, how you doing?
Don't hit. Yeah, but when you mine the crystals, make sure you're actually mining them, because they can explode.
Can I get a pick me up? I'm in the middle of a fight.
Pelican?
Step away from the platform edge when train is approaching.
All right. How many Dune references have I missed? Surprisingly, not too many. Only one or two. But I will say congrats. That is the second time we've taken down the worm tonight. Fantastic stuff. Good morning. How was your Father's Day? You know, it was great. I love my wife and my son. They did both amazing. It was fantastic. And my wife even took me, well, I took her, but she got the tickets to Lindsey Sterling, which was amazing. Love that. We don't ever get to really go out and do anything, just the two of us. My son was over at the grandparents. We never really get to do anything, they're just the two of us. Nice to get a date night. It was fantastic, so. And we don't really ever get to really go do much, so I really was able to appreciate that.
Before we cut it up, let's take a picture with picture, guys.
Oh, little teeth.
I think you need the cutting tool. My miner's not working.
Do you have a
I had
regular
to hold it
yellow?
for a really long time. I heard the skin
Oh, there we go.
tools won't work.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm happy that you, hopefully you had a good time.
Before we cut it up, let's just take some photos.
I'm hoping you had a good time, but yeah, absolutely, that's awesome.
Hey, Teach, how come you didn't tell us you're the king of
The Elite Four. That's the name given to the 4 strongest warriors in all of Tempest. These fighters have been chosen to protect Demon Lord Rimuru! Benimaru, Shion, Diablo. The 4th seat remains open to be claimed by the brave fighter who emerges victorious in today's tournament. However, among the participants are those who have set their sights on Lord Rimuru life. Will the winner claim a position within the Elite Four, or are they fated to meet their end at Lord Rimuru's hands? Without further ado, let's kick off Tempest's first ever martial arts tournament!
Soka's a little too good at this.
We're not allowed to join the martial arts tournament?
Why not, Lord Rimuru? Do they not realize how powerful they are, or do they just not care? Well, see, here's the thing. The three of you are by far the strongest in all of Tempest, and so that's why I want you to join our new team, the Elite Four.
The Elite Four? That name has such a delightful ring to it.
Although, I'm having trouble deciding who will be the fourth. So I figure the person who will take the last seat is the person who can show me just how strong Masayuki really is. It's like feeding two birds with one scone.
That makes sense. So that's what you had in mind.
That was just something I came up with on the fly to keep them from fighting in the tournament. But I guess it's too late not to roll with it.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name's Soka, and I will be your humble MC. Prepare yourselves, as I will now present to you the fighters who made it through to today's event! For our first participant, he's a fan favorite to win the tournament, the Lightspeed hero, Masayuki!
What are those things? Where did those pictures come from?
That must be light magic. Who'd have thought to use it like that?
To this day, no one has ever seen his magnificent swordsmanship, because in the instant he draws steel, his opponent has already been slain. Feast your eyes on the hero Masayuki! Take this chance to engrave his noble countenance onto your very soul!
No one's ever seen his swordsmanship, huh? If that's true, then how did he get this far in the tournament?
My lord, forgive me, but I was unable to discern his true ability during the preliminaries.
Give it up for our second fighter, a truly seasoned warrior, Jinrai, the Mad Wolf! He's the hero's self-proclaimed big bro!
That's the one. Yesterday he mowed down the competition and then conceded his victory to the hero. They must have planned it to prevent us from gaining any intel. He is the reason the hero Masayuki now stands before you without having drawn his sword.
Meaning we still don't know what the hero's truly capable of.
Our third contestant is the flowing swordsman, Guy! Amidst a vibrant rain of blood, the graceful beauty of his movements will capture the hearts of all who see them. Next to the stage, Bovix, head of the Bovoids. He's followed closely by our fifth fighter, his eternal rival, Equix, head of the Equinoids.
Hey, I know those dudes. Aren't they the guys I named so I could make them dungeon bosses?
Yes. They entered the tournament in hopes of joining the Elite Four. They eliminated the monsters around them, earning the right to compete.
These brawny beasts will be among the bosses in the new dungeon opening tomorrow. If there are any adventurers who feel up to the task, you should check out the dungeon where monsters, glory, and treasure await.
She's even plugging the dungeon for us. Who knew Soka was so business-focused?
Number 6. This mysterious masked challenger handled his opponents with ease during yesterday's preliminaries. Is he a hero of justice or a servant of evil? Only time will tell. Give it up for Lion Mask!
Hey, wait a sec. Isn't that...
There's no doubt about it. It has to be him.
What's this? We've received a message from an anonymous source. Listen up, Lion Mask. I'm counting on you to win this thing. But no matter what happens, you can't let your true identity be exposed, okay? Go! I know you'll make me proud. That's what it says.
So Malim's behind this. Did she seriously think we wouldn't realize it's him?
Now that these 6 have been introduced, it's time to bring in 2 special contestants. They're veteran warriors whose strength is said to be closest to the level of the Elite Four. First up, Captain of the Goblin Riders, the small but mighty Gopta! Despite his nihilistic demeanor, he's a genius warrior who's accompanied Lord Rimuru since the beginning.
Oh man, how the heck did I even get roped into this?
Jeez, go easy with all the backhanded compliments. Calling him nihilistic and a genius at the same time? What's up, Raphael? Did you need something?
Last but certainly not least, it's my pleasure to introduce to you all our 8th participant! Tempest Guardian God, boasting an impenetrable defense, the High Orc Savior! Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Gal! Now that all of the tournament's participants have been introduced, who shall claim the glory of victory? But before we find out, Lord Rimuru will honor us with an opening speech!
through today's competition and win tomorrow's final, then I, Rimuru Tempest, will grant you the opportunity of a lifetime, a seat on the Elite Four, or the chance to challenge me to a duel. Good luck. Give it all you've got.
The hero draws number 3. With that, the brackets for the tournament have been finalized.
The heck is going on? He's up against his buddy Jinrai in the first round. Plus, the other matchups are duels between powerhouses. Masayuki has an obvious advantage. Now we'll never get a chance to see what he's really capable of. It's almost like he can manipulate fate or something.
Now then, let's get the first round started right away. Round 1 is Vovix versus Equix. Who will come out on top?
Our long rivalry finally ends today. Prepare yourself! Not that it'll help.
Hey now, that's my line. You might as well give up now and retire to the dungeon forever. I've grown sick and tired of our constant back and forth. Let us settle this.
Are you ready? Now begin!
Along with my name, I acquired the extra skill Ultra Speed Regeneration!
So what? Thanks to the magic jamming skill I got when Lord Rimuru made me, your attacks are useless!
I can feel the power of their clash from here! This is a true battle between two A-rank monsters!
It's over now! Take this!
You fell for it!
Say what?
Now die! Ultra Spear!
Not good enough! This is it! Lightning Horn!
The match is over. Vovix takes the win.
That's right. Victory is mine!
You got lucky.
Oh my! Despite the horrific wounds he received, he's already started regenerating! This is the power of an A-rank! It's clear that these two will indeed make for excellent dungeon bosses, don't you think? Now moving on to the second round, the hero Masayuki versus...
I give up. My little bro is the winner.
What a surprising twist! Jinrai the Mad Wolf has conceded! The hero Masayuki wins by default!
So heroic!
Holy wow, he's so dreamy! Masayuki's so amazing! Is he, though?
All right, onward to the third round! This match is the Flowing Swordsman Guy versus Gobta!
Hey, Demon Lord! I can assure you I'm much stronger than that hero. Once he's defeated, you won't be too afraid to fight me, right? I can already picture it. Hero and Demon Lord groveling at my feet.
Such insolence toward Lord Rimuru must be punished.
Lord Diablo, you're supposed to be impartial. Just let Gobta handle this, okay? Fighters, get ready! Begin!
Come here.
Guy starts off the fight with a flurry of fierce attacks. It would seem they don't call him the Flowing Swordsman for nothing.
See you later. What the hell? Why does a runt like you have such high-quality armor?
No fair! Why are you so fast?
Maybe you're just slow. At some point, you might want to fight back, don't you think?
It's almost as if he's trying to turn Gobta into a laughingstock. I don't like it at all.
Kinda wish Gobta would take this seriously instead of running away the whole time.
Not quite. Gobta is still in control. If he couldn't see his opponent's movements, he wouldn't be able to keep dodging all those attacks.
Right. Hey, Gobta! Quit messing around and show everyone here what you've got! If you win the tournament, I'll make sure you get that new fishing rod you've had your eye on!
Hold on, for real? And I'll show you the ace I got up my sleeve.
Bold words from a boy who hasn't done much fighting yet.
Let's end this! Now, come on out!
Ha! Summoning a pet? Nice try, but some puppies don't match me.
This match is over.
Gobta's the winner! He knocked Guy completely out of the ring with a single glorious blow!
Hold on, what's Ranga doing here?
Classic Ranga. He wanted to join in so bad he forced his way into Gobta's summoning magic.
Each battle is more exciting than the last! Coming up is the highly anticipated matchup between two powerhouses, Round 4, Lion Mask versus Geld! Wow! These titans are going all out! Lion Mask is pummeling his opponent with blow after blow, but Geld is holding firm with an impenetrable defense! I can't take my eyes off the action!
Well, well, isn't this fun? You're taking every one of my attacks like it's nothing more than a gentle breeze!
Then why don't we switch things up a little?
Somehow the fighting has gotten even more intense! Neither side is backing down!
So cool! I've never seen a fight like this before!
Go, Lion Mask! Keep it up!
I must say, it's impressive you've managed to hold out this long against me. Well done.
You flatter me.
Although, I am curious about something. Why aren't you using any of your skills?
Because you're still holding back, are you not?
Ah, I see. How noble. You wanted to fight on the same playing field as me, did you? Very amusing. I can't use beast transformation here, but out of respect, I'll show you one of my true abilities. Roaring Lion!
Well done.
The match is over.
This incredible slugfest has come to an end! Give it up for the winner, the Mighty Lion Mask!
You should feel proud, Geld. After all, you're still standing after a direct hit from one of my secret techniques.
You won today, but I'd like to fight you again while holding nothing back.
I feel the same way. It's been far too long since I've had this much fun.
And now the winners from the quarterfinals will move on to fight for their place in the championship match. As exhaustion and injuries pile up, their tenacity will be tested. Let's get started. The fifth match of the day, the Hiro Masayuki versus Bovix.
May I borrow that for a moment? You put up an amazing fight. It was really moving.
Thank you.
And that's why it's such a shame. Seeing as how you've used up a majority of your strength in your fight with Equix, I'm likely to win.
What do you mean?
As it stands, you're truly at a disadvantage. But what if you could recuperate your strength within the labyrinth?
Is this dude for real?
If I'm being honest with you, I had plans to take on the dungeon, and I was hoping to see you there. In fact, how about this? Why don't we postpone our fight until then to make it the most fair?
You make a pretty good point, Hero. I only managed to win my fight against Equix by a hair. I don't have any reserves left. I accept. I'll surrender this match to you and await your challenge in the labyrinth.
Amazing! He's withdrawn! Bovix has thrown in the towel and given the win to Masayuki!
What a load of crap!
He took pity on his injured opponent! What incredible compassion!
He's a knight in shining armor! Why is everyone treating this like it's some heartwarming story? This must be the hero's charisma I keep hearing about. kinda lame, bro.
And now, it's time for the final match of the day. The warrior who overcame the High Orc Geld, Lion Mask, versus the young goblin whose quick wit led him to victory, Gobta! Which of these fighters will win and advance to tomorrow's final?
I'm calling it! Lion Mask's gonna win! This'll be another great fight! I'm rooting for you, Gobta! You better not run away this time!
You promised me a new fishing rod! Right, Lord Rimuru?
Yeah, one of the latest models with the reinforced reel! But only if you win, got it? Though, it's too bad he's against Lion Mask, so he'll definitely lose. But then again, it works out since he's likely a better match for Masayuki anyway.
Are you ready? Begin!
Let's make this quick! I've got fish to catch!
Don't make me laugh, kid. I'll give you one last chance to withdraw.
Let's do this, Ranga! I'm counting on you!
Right! Got it! Take that! Tiger Talon! Come on! You're running away again?
Let's fight him already! But I am fighting! Or at least Ranga
Elephant Stampede!
Lion Mask is using his aura to rain down attacks! Gobta and Ranga are starting to run out of space to dodge! What's this? Ranga has suddenly jumped out of bounds!
Over here, Mr. Lion Mask!
That's cheating! He was just out!
A summon leaving the arena isn't grounds for disqualification.
Wait a second. Gobta thought that far ahead?
Ranga takes advantage of the opening to attack, but Lion Mask barely dodges out of the way!
So the wolf's the one I should be watching out for.
Oh, what's this? Lion Mask's face has been revealed! Could it be that this was Gobta's goal the entire time?
Uh-oh, looks like you got your hands full. You better be careful. Don't lose. You're cool!
Quippy bastard!
Lion Mask is trying to keep his true identity hidden, but that means he's now completely on the defensive!
What? That's such a cowardly fighting style! Not very honorable if you ask me!
Just shows what you know. Winning is the only thing that matters in battle. That's what Lord Rimuru taught me long ago.
I believe it.
That does sound like something Teach would say.
Why'd you drag me into this, Gobta?
All right, that's enough. There's no way I can continue fighting under these circumstances. I give up. The goblin wins.
What?
The match is over.
A stunned silence washes over the crowd. Seems no one expected this. Gobta is the second fighter going to the final. This concludes today's quarterfinal and semi-final matches. Tomorrow's final will be a showdown between the hero Masayuki and the Elite Four candidate Gobta. Please look forward to it. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, this is Soka signing off.
I had so much fun today! Even though he didn't actually fight, Masayuki looked so handsome and cool!
I think my favorite fighter was Lion Mask.
I liked Geld the best! The fight between them was totally unreal!
Oh, Sir Lion Mask.
Despite the mask, they've noticed my greatness. Those kids have some good eyes.
What are you talking about? You lost to that tiny little goblin!
It seems the tournament is a huge success.
The stalls have been flooded with customers non-stop. From what they say, they're making record sales.
The kids looked like they had a good time too. It seems we can count day 2 as a win. Although, I still can't believe Masayuki's opponent in the final is gonna be Gobta.
Oh? Well, in my opinion, I think Gobta shows a great deal of promise.
Huh? You really think so?
I'm just saying, there's a chance Masayuki ends up losing tomorrow.
Lord Rimuru?
I mean, it's not like I don't think Gobta's talented. In fact, he might even awaken some kind of new power while fighting the hero. But come on, it's Gobta we're talking about. Why does it feel like Raphael was about to say something again?
Did I keep you waiting?
General, and you are still there. Watch over me. We embrace the past and move forward. 幸せを出そうよ。キラキラきらめく僕らの世界にめぐるめぐる未来をメニューに刻もう。ドキドキときめく終わらない冒険さ。涙の味さえもスプーンですくいたいな。みんな同じトゥルルトゥル色じゃなくていいトゥルルトゥ大切なものトゥルルトゥルフルコースでトゥルルトゥ
Next time, settling the score with the hero.
offline. online. Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft. Your systems are online.
The Elite...
Did I keep you waiting?
Nah, we only just got here ourselves.
King Gazel! Boss, what's he doing here?
Well, I figured you could use some help. You're so busy with the fundraising, so I invited King Gazel here. He's the king where Dwarven coins are minted, so he's the perfect person to ask.
Though I was only able to gather around 1,500 coins on such short notice.
I see.
So, I'm guessing that won't be enough to pay the traders?
It's just a rough estimate, but I think we need a bit more.
With such lackadaisical budgeting, I'm impressed you managed to pull this off.
Well, it's worked well enough so far. Plus, we didn't have much time, so we did our best.
I don't even know where to begin with you.
Hell, man, wasn't he having fun at the festival? Why is he blaming me?
It sounds like you're in a bit of a pinch. I'd gladly supply the remaining amount.
Wait, Elmesia?
Well, I just happened to mention your predicament to her, and so she rushed over to offer her assistance.
Thanks, but we'll take care of it ourselves.
May I ask you why? I sincerely wish to cooperate with Tempest. Won't you let us help you with this issue?
I appreciate it, but...
You should give in. When she sets her mind on something, she never backs down. You'll save yourself a great deal of trouble if you let her do what she wants.
Do my elf ears deceive me? To think the Dwarven King would take my side. How delightful.
I'd appreciate you showing me a little respect.
It's like he's her little brother.
Anyway, what is it you're really after?
You're always so serious. I preferred your grandfather. He was much more free-spirited.
Thanks to him, my father endured a lot of hardship. Regardless of that, why don't you tell us what your plan is already?
Patience, my dear Gazel. As much as I like you, you can be quite the stick in the mud. Can I please have a drink, my dear?
Of course. Right away.
Oh my, this is rather delicious.
I'm glad you like it.
Very well. Truth be told, there was one thing that I wanted in return for helping you out with this matter. You see, I cannot abide the fact that you organize such a delightful festival without my knowledge. If you invite me to all future festivities, I will gladly assist you with your current plight.
If that's all, then sure.
Allow me to give you some advice, Lord Rimuru. A miserable ruler helps no one. That's what I believe. They must enjoy life. Not only for themselves, but for their people.
Understood. I appreciate the perspective. I'm glad to have another person on board with this. It's a big help, so thanks.
Of course. Regrettably, all I have on hand is a bit of pocket change, so I can only give you around 1,000 gold coins for now. If you need even more, I can have it delivered right away.
No, that's more than enough to cover whatever's left. Would you be okay with exchanging all these gold coins for 10 stellars?
But of course. Just see that you keep the promise you made.
You can count on it. And now if Dwargon can exchange that 1,500 gold for us, we'll be set.
This is wonderful. You've done it.
Seems we've thwarted their plan to turn Lord Rimuru into a laughingstock. It serves them right.
Perhaps. Though I suspect if you couldn't pay, another party would have stepped in to offer their help.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean?
Manipulation is an art form. While fear and intimidation are both effective tools, why paint yourself as the villain when you can pretend to be the hero?
Very interesting. You're saying if Lord Rimuru hadn't asked for help, someone would have still intervened, yes?
Correct. I believe it's all but a certainty. Of course, whoever it is, I'm sure that they're just another puppet in someone else's schemes.
So they created a problem with the traders and then used another party to try to pull Tempest into their influence. I didn't expect their ploy to have such depth to it. Fascinating.
Don't forget, if their plan had succeeded, Tempest's reputation would have been severely hurt. It's actually quite the impressive trap.
How very greedy. I should have expected a human to think this up. I appreciate your insight.
Whoa, so you're saying that the mastermind behind this whole thing was trying to rip us off and then get us to thank them for it?
I don't understand all of this scheming, but do you know anyone who could have set this plan in motion?
Unfortunately, I don't have that answer, since my nation is not part of the council, you see. However, perhaps your very capable advisor here knows something.
You're not talking about me, are you? While I don't have any hard proof one way or another, I have heard rumors of a secret committee that controls the western provinces.
So this committee, you think they could be behind the situation? Is that it?
Should anyone offer to provide Tempest assistance in this matter, I will investigate them and drag the plan's mastermind out from the shadows.
Oh, you startled me. I couldn't sense a hint of your presence at all.
That's what I tried to warn you about, Your Majesty. The people of Tempest are formidable. How can I protect you when we don't know their true power?
Even so, this has been an amusing experience. By the way, Rimuru, there is one last thing I'd like to discuss with you.
Sure. What's up?
You see, I'm considering the idea of forming an alliance with you. But before I do, there is an important question I have for you first.
Ask away.
How do you intend on dealing with the demon standing behind you? He's one of the primordials of unspeakable power.
How does she know that? Truth be told, I don't. While Diablo is strong, he has been nothing but a loyal servant to me. I don't really care about his background.
I should have been clearer with my phrasing. How will you take responsibility if your loyal servant decides one day to go on a rampage?
A rampage? I guess it's possible, but that concern doesn't only apply to him. Just look at Xion. In that case, I'd stop him before it came to that. After all, it's the only way to make sure no one gets hurt, right? Why does he look so happy?
Really? Hold on a minute. Do you actually mean what you just said? You truly think you can stop him? You aren't just saying that?
Well, it's not like it'd be the first time he's gone a little crazy, but lately he's been doing things in line with how I like them. Compared to how he used to be, he's basically a harmless puppy.
Incredible! Did you just hear all of that, Errol? Demon Lord Rimuru is even more impressive than what the rumors say about him.
All right, that's more than enough, Elmesia. Rimuru said his piece, and I fully support him. If anything does happen, I swear on the name Gazel Dwargo, I'll come to Rimuru's aid no matter what.
I have a better idea of who you are now. And should you become an enemy of humanity, I promise I shall do everything within my power to stop you. That said, I sincerely hope that doesn't happen, and that the friendship between our nations grows stronger. Errol?
Ma'am.
I, Elmesia, hereby acknowledge and accept a formal alliance between the Sorceress Dynasty of Thalion and the Jora Tempest Federation. I'll leave all the necessary procedures to you.
Understood.
Now then, should anything happen, you can come to me or Gazel for help. Try not to go on a rampage.
Hey now, despite the reputation I might have, I'm a pretty chill guy.
Is that so? Remind me again who decided to throw an impromptu festival for the opening of their nation?
That was Mule right?
I'm about to have a heart attack, dude. Back off.
Yeah, okay, my bad, buddy. All right, I guess you two make a decent point.
Under normal circumstances, we'd never ask another nation's ruler to consult us. Of course, you're anything but normal.
I agree. It'll be for the best. Oh, by the way, I have one more thing to ask of you.
Sure. What exactly did you need?
Don't worry. It's nothing serious or anything. This request relates to a personal interest of mine. I was hoping I could meet Mr. Yoshida.
Please, Your Majesty. This isn't the time or place to ask for something like that.
Oh, is that all? No problem. Just know he's super busy right now, so don't overdo it.
I wouldn't dream of it.
And so, the secret midnight meeting between the leaders of 3 superpowers came to a close, marking an end to the second day of the opening festival.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for today's final match? Which fighter will claim victory and be crowned the champion? Will it be the lightspeed hero Masayuki, or will the tiny but mighty Elite Four candidate Gobta win the day?
Jeez, looks like it's too late for me to run away. In that case, the only thing left to do now is win and get that new fishing rod!
Oh, crap! What am I gonna do? There's no way I can beat this kid! It's If me and Bovix actually fought yesterday, I'd be dead right now. I need to think of a way out of this.
Get ready for the final battle!
Hold on. Chosen One activated on its own and got me through the semifinals without a fight. Everything should be fine.
Begin.
You're going down, hero!
Oh my, what's this? It would appear as though Gobta has halted his approach. Masayuki's not falling for any of Gobta's moves, though. He's displaying the calm demeanor of a hero.
I guess I should have expected you would be this powerful. Based on how you're reacting, I bet nothing I do is even gonna faze you. I wanted to see how far I could get all by myself, but it looks like you haven't given me any other choice. All right then, I'll give you everything I've got. I'll use a secret technique I just got my hands on.
Come to think of it, maybe that's why Raphael kept appearing yesterday.
Notice, last night, the individual known as Gobta acquired the unique skill Summon Demon Wolf. This likely happened because the individual named Ranga forced his way into the battle. Gobta is now able to use fusion with Ranga after summoning him.
He can fuse with Ranga now? Are the finals really the best place to try that out?
Feast your eyes on my ultimate move! Transform!
Nobody told me he could transform! If he gets a hold of me with those huge claws, my armor will be nothing more than scrap metal!
Hey, what's this? I had no idea Gobta and Ranga could do something like that!
Whoa, what a twist! Gobta has transformed into a gigantic wolf-like monster!
He's using a very rare skill that makes the Summon Beast's power his own.
You heard him! By fusing with Ranga, Gobta has gained the strength and ferocity of a Tempest Star Wolf! We are truly witnessing something incredible here, folks!
That's so cool! Does this mean he can use all of Ranga's skills too?
I can't be certain, but it almost looks as if Ranga has given him control of his body. I'm excited to see how this plays out.
Yeah, but come on, it's Gobta.
Perhaps, but he's still my student. While he may be a bit lacking in terms of physical strength, he's fought against Majin far stronger than him before. If he can make good use of Ranga's abilities, he may demonstrate a degree of growth that would surprise even you.
It's my turn now.
It was never not your turn. Masayuki hasn't done anything yet, dude.
Hold on a sec.
What a blast! Somehow Gobta and Ranga are unconscious! What in the world just happened here?
You little fool. To use an ability for the first time in battle is just clown behavior.
What a waste of time. That new fusion form looks super cool, but he still ended up losing.
Now, Malim, I know you're mad, but Gobta tried his best in his own way, and that's what counts.
Rimuru, if you keep spoiling him like that, he'll just be a weakling forever.
Lady Merlim's got a point, Lord Rimuru. It would appear I've been going too easy on Gobtu with his training.
You call that going easy?
Right, then it'll be up to me to train him. Rimuru, let me borrow Gobta for a little bit. I'll turn him into a magnificent warrior before you know it.
You have my condolences, Gobta.
The hero Masayuki must have used his air throw technique to beat Gobta.
Yeah, you're right. It had to be that.
Whoa! Sweet! That was awesome! I never even saw him move!
You didn't see me move because I didn't. Even if I knew it was coming, there's no way I could have avoided that.
We have the match results right here! Because Gobta and Ranga are no longer able to continue fighting.
Oh crap! They're gonna declare me the winner! Challenge a demon lord? Screw that! He'd absolutely murder me!
The winner of the tournament is...
Please.
Sure?
I'm sorry to disappoint everyone, but I lost.
Excuse me, but what are you talking about?
Sorry.
You were the only one left standing after Gobta went out of the ring.
That may have been what happened, but truth be told, I couldn't even see his attack coming. This fight has made it clear to me that I'm not ready to challenge Demon Lord Rimuru as I currently am now. This should be more than enough to show people my abilities. Well, I mean, I didn't actually do anything, but I'm sure Chosen One will handle the rest. The most important thing right now is to get out of this alive.
I don't understand what game he's trying to play.
I couldn't say.
It's as if he's scared of Gobta, but that can't be it. I wonder what he's after.
You think he's trying to hide his power from the Demon Lord? No way. I'm pretty sure he was just being modest when he said he couldn't see the attack.
That's right! I think I got it! The hero Masayuki wants to give Demon Lord Rimuru more time!
Wait, what do you mean?
He obviously let Gobta win as a warning to the Demon Lord. He's trying to send a message to him. I don't care about your tournament, and if you think about stepping out of line, I'll deal with you myself!
That's what I'm saying! Clearly he planned this from the start. And thinking back on it, he didn't use his sword from today either!
Yeah, that's exactly right! I noticed it too!
Hero! That's the only way to describe him! He's a true hero!
You're the best! We love you, Masayuki!
Masayuki!
What the hell? The crowd's losing their minds over him.
Answer. I speculate that this is an effect of the individual Masayuki Honjo's unique skill. He appears to be stirring the audience's emotions in an act of mind control similar to brainwashing. Its influence is tremendous.
Meaning I don't want to get on his bad side. In fact, he's someone I should probably try to be friendly with. Soe,
Sir.
could you pass along a message to Masayuki that I would like to invite him to lunch? Also, make sure you're super polite.
Understood.
After an exciting tournament full of twists and turns, the hero Masayuki has forfeited the final match, making Gobta the winner. So, tell us, Gobta, how do you feel right now?
What? Are you serious? You're saying I won the tournament?
Yes, that's right. You overcame all the odds and put up an incredible fight to win your title. Stick around, folks. It's awards time.
In second place, with an impressive showing, is the hero Masayuki.
I appreciate it. Also, I accept your invitation.
I could be wrong, but he almost seems a little on edge. Maybe there was some kind of misunderstanding with Soe. You did well, Gobta. As a reward for your hard-fought victory, you're now officially part of the Elite Four.
Thank you, my lord. I'll work hard to make you proud.
Yeah, about that. I have a feeling you're gonna regret saying those words pretty soon.
Huh?
Are you done yet? Let's go! I've already come up with the perfect training regimen for you!
Go easy on him, Kay.
Don't worry, I know just the place to whip him into shape, since death in the labyrinth isn't permanent.
Hold on, Death. Wait a second, Lady Believe. I never asked for something like that. Please put
Calm
me
down, Doctor. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You should do your very best to learn under Lady Malim's tutelage.
Master Hakuro, please save me.
Quiet, loser.
Lord Rimuru, did you see how well I fought? Could I stay with you for a while?
You're straight up ditching him, huh?
Hold it! Gobta's training wouldn't be complete without his summoned beast. I'll treat you both well. Don't worry about a thing. This will be so much fun!
Well, goodbye and good luck, you two. I'll never forget how bravely you faced your fate.
It's nice to meet you. My name is Masayuki Honjo, though most people call me the Lightspeed Hero. Thank you for the invite.
Well, it's not exactly our first time, but it's nice to meet you too. My name's Rimuru, formerly Satoru Mikami. I used to be an ordinary salaryman.
What? Hold on. Does that mean you're Japanese too?
Uh-huh. We can talk more about that while we eat.
Are you sure it's okay for me to have all this?
Yeah, of course. I figured you might be a bit homesick, so I had it made for you.
Is this my final meal?
No, not at all. We both come from the same place, so I wanted to give you this as a gesture of good faith.
Well, in that case, thanks for the food.
Yep, let's dig in. It's nice to see he likes the food. I don't want to interrupt him. Guess we can talk after we've had our fill.
Right then, Mikami. I mean, Rimuru, please. Allow me to be your henchman.
That's a pretty funny joke.
No, I'm being serious. To tell you the truth, I don't care about the title of hero at all. In fact, being the center of attention all the time is kind of my nightmare.
Here you are.
Thank you. Seriously, I was this close to turning around and walking out of the arena.
I didn't expect him to spill his guts this easily.
The issue is Chosen One. From the moment I received that skill, my life's been a living hell. It activates all on its own and makes me out to be like some manga MC.
So even if you don't want them to, people and the circumstances around you make you seem like a hero? That's a pretty amazing power you've got. If you hadn't forfeited, you definitely would have won the match.
Yeah, right. As soon as Gobta transformed into that huge beast, I was done for. There's no way a normal dude like me could beat a guy like him in a fight.
Wait, didn't you promise Bovix a rematch? What are you gonna do about that? You'd have to conquer the dungeon, right?
Crap! That totally slipped my mind!
Hold on a sec, relax. Bovix guards the 50th floor of the labyrinth. The dungeon is so ridiculously big, it'll take a couple of days just to make it down there.
I get it. Then if I go out of my way to explore all of the labyrinth, maybe he'll forget about our fight.
Exactly. Anyway, speaking of the dungeon, I was hoping you might be the poster boy for the grand opening. Your party's safety would be guaranteed, of course.
I couldn't ask for a better deal. It's perfect. I'll sleep a lot better knowing I'm not in any danger.
We'll make sure you get everything you need to make your way through the dungeon. And if you see anything that could use improvement, don't hesitate to tell us.
Consider it done. It's funny, I kind of feel like a beta tester for a game.
Yeah. You know, I never really thought about it like that. Well, you don't need to push yourself too hard today. Just try to reach the 5th floor, all right?
Sure. I'm glad I got the chance to talk to you. All the stress I had is gone, and I'm starting to think this world might not be so terrible after all.
Like I said before, you and your friends can stay in town as long as you like, and you can visit me anytime.
Thank you so much! Tempest is great. It has toilets, baths, and everything.
Don't forget the orchestra, not to mention all our artists. I'm planning on getting a theater troupe started too. Truth be told, I'd like to enjoy all that stuff as well, so I'm not sparing any expense.
I can't believe how much you've accomplished here, Rimuru. But wait a sec, what about manga?
That's always been the plan. The road ahead may be long and hard, but if we give up on our mission, it's all over.
Oh man! You know what? I've decided. I'm gonna follow you forever!
And that's how we cleared up our misunderstanding and I gained a new ally. I'm interested in learning what manga he remembers too. I hope Masayuki and I will be good friends from now on.
I turn around and you are still there. Watch over me. We embrace the past and move forward. 幸せを出そうよ。キラキラきらめく僕らの世界にめぐるめぐる未来をメニューに刻もう。ドキドキときめく終わらない冒険さ。涙の味さえもスプーンで救いたいな。みんな同じトゥルルトゥル色じゃなくていいトゥルルトゥ大切なものトゥルルトゥルフルコースでトゥルルトゥ
Next time, the labyrinth is opened.